Hello and welcome to my Guasha YouTube channel, and in this Friday video I'm going to explain to you about your neck and show you a short tip about how to take the tension out of one of the muscles in your neck area. So what we're going to look at is the sternocleidomastoid muscle, which has got an extremely long name for two parts to a muscle which is in your neck area. Now it's so important because tension in this muscle here comes from rotating your head side to side. It comes from lifting your head backwards or bringing your head forwards, and basically just about any movement, including kind of spiral movements of your body. And so what is the sternocleidomastoid muscle? So it's called sternocleidomastoid because it's attached in three places. So if we have a look at the first place here, which is the top of your sternum, it's called the manubrium, and it actually attaches here on both sides and coming up the side of your neck. The next place it attaches to is the clavicle, the sternocleido. The cleido part is the clavicle, so it's attached to the clavicle. And the last part it attaches is actually at the sides, and this is the sternocleidomastoid. So that's the mastoid process of the temporal bone, kind of behind where your ear is. And it's coming down from that area down towards either side of where the clavicle meets the sternum manubrium. And so it's this whole area here. So it's any movement you make is basically you're going to move the sternocleidomastoid muscle, and you're going to need it to be tension free. But of course, this is the very place where you've got lots of tension. Well, because it's not just on a muscle level we're looking at the ideas about the circulation of blood, the circulation of how your body works. And if we just look in Chinese medicine terms at the muscle and the fascia in this area, so the sternocleidomastoid muscle is actually part of a facial system which is coming down to the sternalis muscle, which is coming down the front of your sternum, which is directly attached to the fascia of the abdomen. And then, of course, coming upwards is coming up there, the neck, and it's attaching to the facial fascia. Which is covering this whole area below your eyes on your cheeks. So if this area is incredibly tense and not functioning perfectly, what's it going to affect? It's going to affect your chest, and the sternocleidomastoid muscle is actually an accessory muscle to breathing. So you're going to have a tight chest. What's going to happen above? Well, the blood circulation in your face is not going to be optimal, and so there are potential problems involved with the whole area of the facial fascia, which is this area of your cheeks, of your chin, or below your eyes. So it's very important to get the tension out of the area of your neck. So you may be wondering, well, how am I going to do this? Well, let me show you. So there's a very simple technique which I'm going to show you now. So first of all, get your tool, any tool. You know my position on tools. The tool doesn't matter that much, it's what you do with the tool. So get your tool and have it in your hand, and bend your neck towards one side, towards your shoulder. It doesn't matter if you're going left or going right. So bend it slightly, so at 45 degrees. So bend it 45 degrees, and then put the tool on your sternocleidomastoid muscle. So stick it there. So bend, stick it at your neck, and then bring your head upright exactly how it was before, but keep the tool in that position. So bring it upright, and I can feel the tool is pulling my sternocleidomastoid muscle downwards. But I'm not actually pulling downwards, it's just my movement coming up is stretching it. So then when you come straight up, continue the movement towards the other shoulder. So I'll start again. So I'm bending towards the tool, and then I'm coming up, keeping the tool where it is, and now I'm going to bend the other way, and as I do that, I'm going to sweep down towards the clavicle when I reach the clavicle stop. So I'm sweeping down to the clavicle, and with pressure. So let me do that again. So start with your head bent towards where your tool is, and then come straight And then as you bend to the opposite side, pull the tool down, and you can feel the stretch of the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Now you can do that a few times. Do it a few times on one side and a few times on the other side. And then once you've done that, you can then scrape down. Remember, always down. Scrape down the sternocleidomastoid area. But don't go any forwards than the medial border of the sternocleidomastoid. So don't scrape in the middle of your neck. That's the dangerous area. Anywhere which is in this section is not a place you want to scrape. So you want to scrape on the sternocleidomastoid muscle and back, and scraping downwards, unilaterally, only down. Don't go up. Don't go up your neck. Go down. And do it both sides. And so that is a really simple treatment to help remove some of the tension in the sternocleidomastoid muscle really quickly. And in fact, you're actually treating the stomach, which is the connection of the fascia in the front of your body. You're actually treating the large intestine channel, which is coming from your index finger all the way over to your neck, to your nose, which is passing right in the sternocleidomastoid muscle. And you're also treating the small intestine channel, which is coming from your little finger, and which is very much connected with the back of your body and your spine. And there's a very clear connection between the cervical fascia, and so it actually affects the back of your neck as well. So there we have it. That's a really simple technique that you can use right now. Get your tool and see how much tension is in that muscle, and tell me in the comments how it feels. So don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, and come and say hi to me on social network. All of the links are in the description.